How's it going, everybody? This is Spartan Alphazulu here, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle against Sai. And then right after this, I've got a rematch battle against Kayra. So for this first battle, Mega Charizard is just going to prove why he's an awesome force to be reckoned with in the OU tier. So with that being said, let's get ready to rock and roll. As all of you know already, I'm going to start off with Machamp. I like to go out swing. I like to start off swinging. She's going to bring in Mega Gardevoir. And you don't see Mega Gardevoir anymore, which I've come to find out it's because Tapu Lele just outclasses the thing. And I'm not a fan of the Tapus. I would pick Mega Gardevoir over Tapu Lele any day. So she's going to Mega Evolve. And here's where you got to be careful running a lead Machamp. Had this been a Psychic or a Hyper Voice, it would have been fine. It would have done the damage, but I would have lived. Psyshock, on the other hand, no. not going to happen. Sorry, but you got to be careful with the lead Machamp. You just got to watch out for the Psyshocks. I'm going to bring in Greninja. She's going to call back Gardevoir, and I'm going with the Hydro Pump. She's going to bring in Scizor. I know I'm going to knock the crap out of this thing. I was hoping to take it out, but Hydro Pump's going to hit. It's going to look with barely enough health, so it's still standing after that. I'm going to go for the second Hydro Pump. She's not going for the Bullet Punch to take it out and get my Ash's Greninja form. So kind of a quick pace match here in the early game. The first few turns, and she's got a Pokemon out. I got a Pokemon out. And I've got an Ash's Greninja staring at her back in the face. So, for those of you that don't know, my Ash's Greninja is Choice Specs, Timid Nature, Max Speed, Max Special Attack. The thing can hit frail mons extremely hard if they don't resist it. Even if they do resist it, it can do some damage. She's going to bring in her Celesteela. I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump again, almost OHKOing it, but it lives, and she's going to be able to do the Z-Moon, the Z-Move, excuse me, Supersonic Sky Strike. And this is going to take Ash's Greninja out, because Ash's Greninja just, while it can deal blows, it cannot take a hit at all. Its defenses are just paper thin. So now she takes the lead here, taking out Ash's Greninja. And the good thing is this Celesteela is almost out of there. I don't got to worry about it too much, even after the Beast Boost. Because, I mean, its health is nothing. And Tapu Koko can take this thing out. So I'm going to bring in Tapu Koko. The Electric Terrain hits. I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt. Even if she were to switch, which I don't see any reason for her to. That's why I went for the Thunderbolt, because I don't have a ground type to worry about here. So Thunderbolt takes out Celesteela. And here's where, on this next Pokemon, she kind of messes up. Because I was able to take the lead at this point. She's going to bring in her Umbreon, which Umbreon is a tank. I know it's a tank. I mean, back in the Diamond and Pearl days, this thing was awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Gigavolt Havoc and use my Z-Move, because I'm hoping, I didn't think it was going to OHKO, but maybe I'll get a crit and get lucky. So I'm going to go for it. And I don't get the crit. It doesn't happen. But it does do a decent amount of damage to Umbreon. It's not near death, but it's in the red, which that's still impressive. She goes for the Yawn, but with Electric Terrain up, Pokemon cannot be put to sleep and they're not affected by Yawn. That's where I take the lead. She just kind of gave me a free turn here. So she's going to protect. I'm going to go with Dazzling Gleam because I want to hit this thing for, a weakness, but she protected. Now she's kind of just stalling the game out, trying to get as much health as she can through leftovers. She goes for a second Protect and gets it. It's super frustrating. So I'm not sure what she was trying to do here. She's probably just trying to get it out of kill range. Well, she was trying to get it out of kill range. Either way, going for the third Protect, it fails. There's no way that's happening. And Dazzling Gleam takes out Umbreon. I don't think you can Protect 3 times in a row, but if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comment section. If you've seen this, please correct me, because that's just bad luck if someone has gotten off a three turn Protect, if it can be done. She's going to bring in her Heatran, and I know that this thing cannot touch Mega Charizard. So I'm going to bring in Charizard, and I'm going to try and get the setup going. Lava Plume comes in, deals a decent amount, not enough to be concerned with, but it got me up there. I was thinking she was going to Earth Power, so I didn't Mega Evolve. I just go for the Dragon Dance right off the bat. I don't want to Mega Evolve this thing, get the Dragon Dance, and then it just gets KO'd on the on its turn with the freaking Earth Power. Instead, she goes for the Toxic, putting Mega Charizard on a clock. Now I got to get as much as I can out of Charizard because toxic damage is just going to wear it down. But the good thing is the 3 Pokemon she has left are Heatran, Gardevoir, and Infernape, which unless Infernape's sashed, I don't got to worry about it. I'm going to Mega Evolve Charizard, +1 attack, +1 speed, Earthquake, coming in to hit Heatran for ×4 damage and get the KO. Goodbye, Heatran. 2 Pokemon left, Infernape and Mega Gardevoir. So the one thing I was worried about here is if this Infernape was sashed. Because if it was sashed, then yeah, I had something to worry about. Because I would have Earthquaked it, it would have lived, came back and probably gotten a KO with that close combat with Infernape's mad attack power. I'm going to go for the Earthquake, because at this point, no guts, no glory. Earthquake going in, taking out Infernape. It is not holding a Focus Sash, and that's pretty much game at this point. Mega Gardevoir, she doesn't want it to get hurt, so she's going to go ahead and forfeit the match here. She's going to end up forfeiting, and at this point there's nothing wrong with that, because Mega Gardevoir was not going to outspeed Charizard. It was going to end up taking the KO. It was going to end up getting KO'd. So that was the match with Sai. Good game, Sai. Now we're going to focus on the rematch with Kayra. So in this match, Mega Charizard X is the MVP once again. As you can see from the starting screen, I go a little bit different this time around. Usually I start off with Machamp. Usually I like starting off just swinging, throwing those punches around, getting the confusion, trying to throw their team off of their tempo. But since this is a rematch and she kind of, we know what's coming from each other because it's the same Pokemon, it's not different teams, I'm going to start off with Landorus. And she ends up starting off with her Mega Beedrill right off the bat. I know I want to get entry hazards up because I want to wear that Mega Beedrill down as much as I can. She's going to go for the Mega Evolution. I go ahead and set up my Stealth Rocks, and she's going to end up going for the U-turn right in the face of Landorus, which after the Intimidate, and without that Fill Stinger boost, Landorus just kind of laughs at it. This is my defensive Landorus, Impish Nature, max defense, max attack, Stealth Rock, U-turn, Earthquake, knockoff. There's the Stealth Rocks. She brings in Tangrowth, which Landorus can't really do much to Tangrowth, although U-turn does a significant amount of damage, enough to where she wouldn't want to leave it in and just take U-turn after U-turn. But U-turn's a pivot move, so I go for the U-turn. Oh shit, he used U-turn, pivoting out and going in for Superior. I went for Superior because I kind of want to force this thing out, and Tangrowth can't really do much except for that Hidden Power Ice that I did not see coming. So Superior takes the Hidden Power Ice, takes off a good amount of health to where I didn't want to stay, and I thought she was going to switch out though, so I go for the Glare because the last match, whenever we were in Tangrowth versus Superior, she switched out, and I didn't go for the Glare, and I missed the opportunity on paralyzing that Beedrill. I didn't want to do that this time around, but she ends up staying in. I'm going to switch out this time, and I'm going to go and bring Machamp in. Now we'll bring Machamp in, and we'll see what we can do. We'll see if we can just swing out. She's going to go for the knockoff and taking out my Assault Vest, which kind of hurts. Machamp isn't as bulky as he is now without that Assault Vest. But Dynamic Punch coming in right in the face of Tangrowth, taking a crap ton of health out and confusing it to making her move her turns into a dice roll. And there it is. Tangrowth ended up hitting itself. She's going to switch out because with that low health and Regenerator, you got to get the health back. Zapdos coming in to stare at Machamp right in the face. And there's usually not much Machamp can do, but I'm going to go ahead and knock off because I remembered that her Zapdos was holding a Rocky Helmet. And Static rears its ugly face again at Machamp 2 games in a row. So now I'm paralyzed again. I knew she was going to go for the Roost this time, though. just because, you know, from last game, going for the Roost. I see it coming, and this time I don't Stone Edge. This time I'm going for the Dynamic Punch on a landed Zapdos, putting it back at 50% health and getting it confused. So now, once again, her turn becomes a dice roll with the Zapdos. She's going to go for her move. No idea what she's going for because it does not matter. Zapdos hits itself in its confusion, and Machamp is going to go and shove some stones up Zapdos' ass with Stone Edge right there, taking Zapdos out of the game. A very, very important wall taken out because Zapdos just laughs at physical moves. She's going to bring in Celesteela. I should have switched out here because I don't want to lose Machamp just yet, and she could have air slashed it to death. I kind of lucked out. She goes for the Leech Seed instead, probably expecting me to switch, and I'm going to go for the knockoff because I don't want this freaking annoying Pokemon healing every turn. Knocking off the leftovers, and now I'm going to get out of here because that's really all I wanted to do. I wanted to take those leftovers away from Celesteela. And switching out gets rid of the Leech Seed, so it won't be getting any more HP every turn. I'm going to bring in Tapu Koko, hoping to scare this thing out and get a switch in on my own. My Tapu Koko does not have Volt Switch, not yet. Air Slash coming in to hit Tapu Koko in the face, but I resist it. Still does a good amount of damage, but I resist it. She's going to switch out, and I'm going to switch out knowing she's going to switch out. You don't leave Celesteela in against Tapu Koko. I'm going to bring Superior back in. She's going to switch out and bring in her Tangrowth. So now we're back to the whole Tangrowth versus Superior thing, except this time with that low HP on Tangrowth, I'm wondering if Hidden Power Fire can kill it. I should have gone with Leaf Storm just to get the special attack boost. She's going to go in with Celesteela, probably thinking I was going to go for the Leaf Storm, which Leaf Storm would not have done anything to Celesteela. Instead, I go for the Hidden Power Fire, dealing a good amount of damage. I wasn't sure if it would take it out at this point, so I go for the Glare again, either to paralyze it or maybe she was going to switch out and I would paralyze something new. So I go for the Glare, and it ends up paying off because Celesteela is paralyzed by the hacks and can't move, giving me a free turn. At this point, I'm going to go for Hidden Power and see what it does. Luckily enough, its HP is low enough to where Hidden Power Fire takes it out, and Celesteela and Zapdos are out of the game. Two annoying walls on one team. I cannot imagine, but luckily I don't have to. Now she's going to go for the Beedrill, and I know I'm not going first. I know that Superior cannot take this thing out because it's already Mega Evolved. I'm going to get her out of there, and I'm going to bring Landorus back in to go for the Intimidate. I'm thinking she was going to go for the Fell Stinger to get that attack boost. Luckily enough, she just went for the U-turn. Machamp takes it like a boss, and pivot after pivot, but I have entry hazards up, so I don't got to worry too much. I'm benefiting more from here. No entry hazards on my end. I can pivot as much as I want, so I'm kind of got the upper hand here. I'm going to go ahead and U-turn because I don't want to stay in against Gastrodon, and I'm going to bring Machamp in, and we're going to go, if you remember from the first time we faced each other, her Gastrodon took out my Machamp because of Parahacks. So we're going to have a little round 2 here. Ice Beam, still without the Assault Vest, does more damage, but not enough to be concerned with. Scald coming in. I don't got to worry about the burn because of the paralysis. I thought it was going to kill, but no, it was just a critical hit that Machamp still lived. Dynamic Punch coming in on Gastrodon and confusing it. I'm in Bullet Punch range here, but nom 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 on that berry, healing it up. So now I got to rely on the confusion clause here. Turn begins, and luckily enough, it hits itself, and Machamp does not get Parahaxed to take out Gastrodon with Dynamic Punch. Payback is a bitch. Wow. Beedrill's coming in. My Machamp's at low health. I probably could have switched out to avoid what's about to happen, but at this point Machamp's health is just so low, I figured, what the hell. She's going to go for the Fell Stinger here, getting the massive attack buff that makes Mega Beedrill monstrous. But luckily I still have Landorus, so I don't got to worry too much about it unless she gets lucky enough to score a critical hit. I'm going to bring in Landorus, because he's just the only chance I got against this thing with that much attack power. Intimidate, lowering it down one stage, making it not as threatening, but U-turn still coming in and destroying Landorus. Not killing him, but it does enough damage that I did not like that. She's going to bring in her Tangrowth again, and I'm going to use my U-turn to set up. Pivoting is just an awesome thing to do now. U-turn, Volt Switch, they're awesome moves and just help you set up. They help you bring a Pokemon in and just get ready to wipe teams out. So I know that most Tangrowth builds have Earthquake, so I don't go for the Mega Evolution. I just go for the Dragon Dance, don't Mega Evolve, and good on me, because the Earthquake Charizard just flies over it. Now I'm going to Mega Evolve. I'm faster than all of her team. I'm stronger than all of her team. Time to Mega Evolve into Mega Charizard X and just start sweeping the field with all of her Pokemon. There's no need to go for Flare Blitz when Dragon Claw can do it. Clawing Tangrowth's eyes out and making it and putting it down for the count. Here's the awesome part. This Alolan Persian, man. This Alolan Persian. +1 attack on Charizard X. Flare Blitz coming in, and this Persian takes it like a champ. Luckily enough, it doesn't have anything really threatening to my Charizard, except this Z parting shot, which it's not really a threat, but it would have annoyed the crap out of me if I had no other Pokemon to go to. But luckily enough, I still got Greninja, I still got Tapu Koko, so at this point it was just an annoyance, lowering my attack and my special attack one stage, which that didn't bother me too much. Had I not had Stones Out or Charizard, this is the part that would have annoyed me. Mega Beedrill comes back in. Before the Stealth Rock damage, the Z parting shot heals it back to full health. And then the Stealth Rock damage comes in. But luckily, I'm faster than this thing, so I don't got to worry too much about it. Flare Blitz comes. So, decent try, good try, but not good enough, Kayra. Taking out Mega Beedrill. And now all she has left is that Alolan Persian, which cannot take the Flare Blitz after all. And not after this. It was a very good rematch. I actually did better in the rematch than I did our first match. But very good rematch by Kayra. It was very fun. Mega Charizard just destroyed both of these teams in the late game to come through. So, good match, guys. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and thanks for listening, and thanks for watching. Laters.